So I'm making this video calling out Jason Unruhe on the fact that he's neglected to mention an underground Great Wall, an underground city under Beijing. It's about 85 square kilometers, pretty substantial. The government claimed it could house 6 million people down there. So that's quite significant. I did do a video earlier, kind of a messy one, describing of a hell type scenario where, you know, military torture and that kind of thing could go on in those sort of places, and probably would. These underground cities are a lot bigger, a lot more numerous than we know about, because you can't just go to Wikipedia and get answers and expect to be just straight up told the truth, because that's not true. That's not how things work. Things work by being a secret. If you understand how to, you know, function in society, you know that people quite often will neglect to mention things. And this is one of the things Jason Unruhe will neglect to mention. Like, he never talked about these underground cities. And I'm not saying necessarily that there's going to be torture and God only knows what going down there. But I think there is. You know, I think we can just safely assume that there probably is. Because some of it's blocked off to the public, some of it isn't, some of it's under reconstruction and all this other sort of stuff. I mean, it's been there for a good solid 45 years, so you could expect some things to, you know, not be squeaky clean. Probably infested with rats and things like that as well. But this isn't the only thing that Jason has neglected to mention. He did not mention the 1.5 million people slaughtered for their organs in military hospitals, and that happened during Brexit. Okay, it came from Chris Chappell and China Uncensored, so taking that into consideration, the guy's kind of goofy, kind of funny, but sometimes it's the comedians that tell the truth about stuff, and that sounds totally believable. 1.5 million people is not a lot by Chinese standards. And the money they make from the organs, and that's no myth, that's actual fact, that their organs are worth more than they'll ever be. Then they'll be able to contribute to society, or, you know, make it themselves. Yeah, the fact is their organs are worth a lot more money. And the Chinese military has the means and the capability to slice them up and steal their organs. And I believe this story from Chris Chappell. I think he's telling the truth, and it didn't really get mainstream attention. I'm sure some people noted it and cringed, but I know one person who definitely didn't mention it, and that was Jason Unruhe. So I'm calling him out. I'm saying you can't ignore this any longer, and you have to make a video about it. Not just the underground cities that are in China and probably the horrific things that go on in those places, because those are all hypotheticals, but address the 1.5 million that were slaughtered for their organs in China. I think most of them were Falun Gong practitioners, but that's you know, that's what people always say. I don't know who. They were just Chinese people, really. So that's really sad, and it's too bad. Anyway, so I'm making this video calling Jason out. I doubt he will respond to this in any way, shape, or form. But rest assured, there's one guy on the other side of the country who's saying, "Fuck you!" And I'll end this video at that.